Hello and welcome, my friends. This is my first ever video on this channel, Dirty Math, where I'll be teaching you all about math so that you can ace your next exam. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, in this video, we're going to talk about linear functions. But before we go through what the linear function is, it's important to understand what a function itself is. So function can be described as a set of inputs having one output each. To put in simple terms, when you input a value into a function, you receive an output. You can basically think of it as a sort of like a machine where you insert a coin and you receive some sort of object in return or anything. So you insert something and you receive something different. That's basically what a function is. And in the case of a linear or a function, any function in mathematics, it's a value of x which you insert, and you get a value of y which is dependent on x. So the formula for the linear function is written as y equals ax plus b, where x is the input, y is the output, output, and a and b are constants, meaning they always keep the same value. So, if we have a function with the value a equals 3 and b equals 2, for example, we're going to get the linear function 3x plus 2. And you see, y is dependent on the value of the input, x. So if you input a value of x, say 1, you're going to get y equals 3 times 1 plus 2, which is obviously going to be equal to 5. So that's pretty much it for how the linear function works. So let's take an example here. Jonathan is selling lemonade for 50 cents per cup. The cost to make the lemonade was $5. He manages to sell 24 cups in a day. How much did he profit? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a function for, well, for the profit. The function will look a little something like this. So y is equal to the profit, because that's y is always the output of the function. Sorry, my handwriting is not the best. X is the amount of cups sold, since it's the input, and we're going to have a, which is equal to 0.5, since it's 0.5 or dollars per per cup. And lastly, we have b, which is going to be equal to minus 5, since the net profit at the beginning is, well, minus $5. What this will get us is that if he sells 24 cups, x is the amount of cups, since it's the input, we're going to get y equals 0.5 times 12 minus 5, which is going to be equal to, or sorry, 24. Got a bit ahead of myself there, which is going to be 12 minus 5. There we go. And we're going to get 7. So the total profit is, wait, sorry. I'm just going to move down here a bitty bit, and since y was equal to profit, which, oh god, profit, and that was equal to 7 dollars. So this may seem like a very unnecessary method of solving the problem, but hopefully it should help you to understand the function so that you can apply it to other more complex problems. So let's look at the same problem. Wait, let me get some space here quickly. All right, so let's look at the same problem, but this time, however, we're going to reverse it a bit. And this time we want to figure out how many cups he has to sell to earn $15. So we firstly have to set up a function for which y equals 15 as well. Y, as you know, equals profit. It's the output of the function. So y, sorry, my handwriting again. Y equals the profit and x equals amount of cups sold. All right. So, and of course, B was the starting value, which, as you know, was minus $5. So, we're going to set up a function for which y equals 15. So we're going to get 15 equals 0.5x minus 5. And with some simple equation solving, we're going to get 20 equals 0.5x and x equals 40. And as I said, x is the amount of cups sold, so x equals 40. 40 is equal to the amount of cups sold. So just to earn $15, he needs to sell 40 cups. So let's look at a third problem here. And this one's going to be a bit more, this one's going to be a bit more complicated, but it should hopefully make sense in the end. So, to earn some extra cash on the side, Jonathan joins the local brothel and starts selling himself. Per sexual interaction, he earns $15. Per blowjob, he charges 5. Jonathan is capable of taking 6 sexual interactions per night before he gets too sore. However, he's very agile with his throat and can actually withstand an astounding 7 throat throbs per night before he starts having a hard time talking. Jonathan has to give his pimp $50 of his earned income per night. Can Jonathan profit off of only performing one of the activities per night? So is it so basically what the question is asking is if it's possible for Jonathan to either only perform sexual interactions or blowjobs. So to solve the problem, we first have to set up the functions. Since he has to give $50 to his pimp, B is equal to minus 50. For normal interactions, A equals 15, as it's what he charges for an 1x, which would be 1 session. And for for blowjobs, he charges 5, so we're going to write A over here is equal to 5. So this is sort of the other function. We thereby get two functions. So the first one for the normal sessions are going to be, let me see here, 15x minus 50, and the other is going to be y equals, 5x minus 50. So, since Jonathan wants to profit, he needs y to be greater than 0. So what we're going to get is that, well, y is greater than 0. So since y is equal to that, we're going to get 15x minus 50 is greater than 0. We're going to do the same on the other side. So y was greater than 0. 5x minus 50 is greater than 0. Let me just get some extra space here. So, all right. So then we just solve. That's basically what we have left. So 15x minus, or I guess we could actually just do like this. 15x has to be greater than 50 since this is like sort of solving a normal equation, just that we have a greater than sign here. And on this side, we're going to get 5x is greater than 50. And we'll thereby get that x is greater than 50 divided by 15, which is actually equal to 3.3 to infinity. And as we saw up there, he can withstand 6 sexual interactions per night, which makes it possible for him. On this side, on the other hand, we'll get that x equals 50, or x is greater, I mean, than 50 over 5, which is going to be equal to 10. And as we saw up here, if he takes 7 throat throbs, he'll have a hard time talking, so he can't resort to only performing blowjobs. So there we have the answer to the question. We're gonna get yes here and no here. All right. So I hope you've learned something about the linear function here. A fairly complex part of math, but I promise you, if you keep studying, you'll get a good grade on your next exam. So leave a comment if you have any questions about the functions and any recommendations on what I can make a video about next. So that's about it. But like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.